Facebook, YouTube. Instagram isn't working. I'm not gonna try to fuck with it today.
Okay.
That's not me. That's not me.
Sure.
But yeah, the show is all yours.
Awesome. Good evening, everybody. My name is Tino VH Jr. I'm one of the organizers here at Berkeley Poetry Slam. Welcome. It's another Wednesday evening. You are here at the Berkeley Slam Quarantine Edition online show, whatever you want to call it, coming to you live from East Oakland, where the smoke kind of cleared out. I think we're doing somewhat better. Shout out to the fires and basically whatever. It's fire season. Everyone, hope you're taking care of yourselves and are breathing properly, drinking lots of water, staying hydrated, and taking care of yourselves and your loved ones. Welcome. We have another amazing show for y'all tonight. We have a very short list tonight. Just to let y'all know, just because it's short doesn't mean there's going to be any worse or whatever what context you want to think about. Yeah. Anyway, my sister just got home. All right, cool. Yes, I'm in my kitchen right now and everything. There's some other things I want to say. So let me pull up my checklist because that's kind of what I need to do. Yes, that's exactly what I was going to talk about. We're on Patreon now. So welcome. If you have seen our shows and everything, you know that we have a Patreon, and we would not be able to be here unless we gave those folks a shout out and everything. But everything that we do here is basically a labor of love. Is time that we take out of our days to ensure that we have an amazing show. Once again, we want to make sure that that we thank the Patreons, because without them they wouldn't be helping us contribute to provide a space for writers to be here in the East Bay community. So our shout out to Jessica Kuzavik, who basically sponsors our writing workshops. Emily Chow, Claudia, and Renee Edmonds, some of our other patrons who have contributed a lot these past couple months. And also big shout out to Alice Grimm and Sarah O'Connell for pledging $100 a month to support our venue, the Alan Bluford Center, which is where we run our Alchemy open mic every Saturday when we were still in person, but every first and third Saturday at the Alan Bluford Center off 24th and Telegraph. And if you want to be a part of this amazing community, help contribute to our success, to our planning, our budgeting, all that stuff, head over to patreon.com/BitchFolkEvents. We have 7 different tiers that you can sign up for. All of them are tax deductible. And they help us meet our goals, pay our venues, and all that good stuff, and give back to the community. So if y'all really enjoyed how we basically were able to do a bunch of fundraisers a month ago or so and everything, it's because of y'all. It's because of people who have contributed to Patreon and have given us who have faith in the work that we do, and to be here's $5, keep doing what you're doing. And seriously, everyone says every nickel and dime counts and everything, but it does. It really does. So thank y'all again. And if for whatever reason you just you don't care about the taxes, you just want to donate one time to Rich Oak Events via cashapp, Valentine Rich Oak Events, or at a Venmo at Rich Oak Slam. So once again, thank y'all for your support, and we're gonna get started with the show. So poets, here we go. Poetry Slam. Everyone who is reading tonight, you have 3 minutes to share whatever you like. You have a 10-second grace period. After that 10-second grace period is up, we will start deducting points from your poem. Don't worry about the time, don't worry about the points. We have a scorekeeper and a timekeeper. The name is Colin. Colin, say hi. That's my best friend right there. Colin, say hi.
Gang, 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 gang.
That's my best friend right there. He's going to keep time and all that good stuff and everything. So all the poets are not allowed to use any props, any musical accompaniments, and just basically use their words and whatever body there is and whatnot. You will deduct the points for using any kind of props, but I don't think that should really be a case. I haven't seen that really done, but every now and then someone needs to be reminded, so I'm remind you now. Because it is a short list, all our poets will be moving on to the next round. And also on top of that, we also do have a time-honored gimmick here at the Berkeley Slam. Everyone wants to call it a tradition, but a tradition is just ancestral gaslighting. So it is a gimmick. We will more about that in a bit, but more rules for the audience at home, because there are some rules here at the Berkeley Slam. The world would fall into order if there weren't some semblance of structure. So audience, if you're at home and you see us, feel free to like and subscribe to us on Instagram, Twitter, at the Berkeley Slam, and or on Facebook at the Berkeley Poetry Slam and everything. All our there you'll be able to keep an update with all our like content. And next time that we have a show, who our features are, where you can tune in for our workshops and everything. And yeah, come right with us, come be a bigger part of our community. Go follow us online. I don't know if you're online right now. I don't see why you can't go. I'm pretty sure you can just like crop the window and just like go over to another tab and be like, okay, let me just go do that right now. You know, but if you're on the show right now and you're seeing this, feel free to comment on the feed. Let us, these poets, know how much you like them and everything, and that you love these poems. The more you're enthusiastic about what you hear, the more, and you show love to that poet, the more it's going to be more engaged. Like it'll feel more like, you know, being received. Back at when we had our live shows, we used to tell people like, you know, cheering really is infectious, and it is, because, you know, like you see there and you want to feel like, you know, you're getting props for the hard work that you're doing, especially for writing. Writing is really difficult, honestly. Like, you know, a lot of us talk so we can learn how to poet. Anyway, but that being said, yeah, and that goes for the poets in this chat too. Feel free to unmute yourself before the poet goes up. Like, so I'll be calling the poets up as, like, you know, the slam goes. But then, like, you know, like, so cheer for them, and then cheer for them at the end too. Like, you know, make sure that you let these poets feel love and support. The more love and support you show to yourself and to the poets, the more love will be given back to you. Also for you, audience. Anyway, that brings me to my last point, where freedom of speech does not mean freedom from accountability. What does that mean? I'm so glad y'all asked. It basically means like, yeah, you can run your mouth, but if you run your mouth, you have to understand that someone just might run their hands on you. And that's just a consequence of something that you may have said. Like, you know, so if you say something really shady or like, you know, hurtful or like, you know, like oppressive, like we might have to have a conversation with you, and it will happen outside the show. But like, you know, we can't guarantee that, like, you know, like that those things like cannot go without being like, you know, being held accountable for. Like, you know, so if you say some fucked up ass shit, you will be known, you will be told. And yeah, and I don't know what else to say about that. But yeah, basically, if you talk it, you know, run it. Anyway, that being said, I have a list of poets that are going to read tonight. Would you all like to know who's going to read tonight?
Yeah.
Get some noise for that. Yeah, throw some love, show some things in the comment section. All right, cool. Oh wait, actually, did Samantha ever show up? Do we have Samantha in the chat? I always hate when poets sign up and they don't show up. Oh, I gotta head on later. Anyway,
there's not a Samantha in the chat nor in the waiting room.
Okay, cool, awesome stuff. All right, so no Samantha tonight. Samantha, if you're watching the show tonight, DM us on Berkeley Slam or whatever. Contact us and let us know. We did email you and let you know. We can send you the same link. If you haven't seen that, that's completely fine. Anyway, yeah, so that being said, the reading list for tonight is Jose, Angelica, Nicole Tracy, and Christina Olage. Everybody, please show some mad love for those poets tonight. Bang, 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 bang. Honestly, I'm pretty excited for this list. I know some of the poets tonight, and I had yet to hear some of the other poets from tonight. So like, it's gonna be a really exciting evening. At least in my opinion. It's always good to, like, you know, be like, oh, what's everyone gonna bring? I have never seen this lineup of poets up against each other. Yeah, and then later, yeah. So we're gonna get started. Word of the day. Thank you. I completely almost forgot about word of the day. What is the word of the day, folks? This is a Sesame Street part of the show. What is the word of the day? Oh, what was the word?
Bloviate.
Bloviate? What could that possibly mean?
I don't know. Ask Colin.
Colin, what does bloviate mean? Could you please tell the good folks at home what the word bloviate means? Colin? The word bloviate means to talk or to write at length in a pompous or boastful manner. So like every like you know, Disney villain monologue at the end of the movie, where before they get, like, you know, thrown over the cliff or whatever. Anyway, yeah, so that is the word of the day. So poets, if you can just find a way to squeeze that word into your poem in the first round, you'll get an extra point. And that extra point always works a lot in your favor during slam for whatever God-given reason. But yeah, that being said, we have our rules, we have our judges. Let's get the show started.
Woo!
Yeah, let's do it. All right. No, we cannot get the show started yet because unfortunately we don't have a sacrificial poet ready for round one. Everybody, can I get a spill the blood? Can I get a bah?
Spill the blood.
There we go. There we go. Everybody, in transition, we have, who is this second poet of the round? In transition, we have Angelica. Crowning is Jose, but being born on the Zoom call right now. Everybody, please put your hands together for your first poet of the night. Tino!
Woo!
I'm a poet.
Woo!
Gang. I was like, great. I thought I had this open. My bad. Yeah. My time has not started.
Woo! Oh my gosh, this poet's so great.
All the way to the mic?
Woo!
Gang.
Where the fuck is this poem? I hate this. Abolish ICE to white people comes off like saying Jesus wasn't white, or mayo isn't that great, and it never will be. Or when I say privilege, they're like, what do you mean privilege? And I'm like, you need offense to police the people you deem a nuisance in your country, or you call your colony designed by immigrants a country and then ban everyone else from coming in. I mean, abolish ICE because undocumented families shouldn't live in fear of being split apart because no one is illegal, because borders and legality are just colonial construction. I'm tired of losing my people and their will to America's settler project. When someone says abolish ICE, the whites be like, well, what should we put in its place? That statement so rich with lead, incarceration, and genocide, they probably only imagine bullets and cell bars for folks like me, then play the fool when the 23 and me results say their ancestry isn't from here. You see, you have to laugh at these white letters that call us all immigrants. Describe that everyone become a citizen. It deny everyone who's here first that right, and it's not a mistake by their part. It's by design, because they can do anything to you if they label you illegal. They can do anything to you if they label you a criminal, uncivilized, for not following the rules, so that your dignity is tied to the system while hacking away at your humanity. At the time of this poem being written, there are still undocumented children detained, numbered, given away to white families, and this too is genocide. A militia of troops ordered to shoot under threat to people who are still miles away, and this too is genocide. A nation of people reciting the same rhetoric of settler handed to them, believing that they are the better people, and this too is genocide. I mean, abolish ICE because abolish genocide. Because y'all suck giving violence a bay. Because you've had migration patterns long before y'all cut walls onto land, and yes, are still trying to build a wall on indigenous land, and we are not having it. See how we can deteriorate before it even gets erected. See that we are people who transcend legality. Abolish ICE because y'all don't need a justification. Abolish ICE because migration is a human right, and citizenship shouldn't be tied to whiteness. Abolish ICE because abolish ICE. Abolish ICE because abolish ICE. Abolish ICE because abolish ICE.
Woo!
Oh my God, I love that poet's hair. Wow. What do they wash their hair with? Judges, this is your time where you DM the scorekeeper, Colin, your scores. Colin, you will take the scores and you will let me know after the next poet what goes on. So yeah, that's how we're gonna get things done tonight. Anyway, did I miss anything? I'm gonna go, like, as the night progresses, I'm gonna read over the comment section that we have here in the Zoom call, and reading back any lines that y'all have heard or said or anything that y'all have shared. Just for words of encouragement. People need to know that the poets are also loving each other here. So if you see or hear a line tonight that you love or hear from one of the poets, write it down. Damn, I love that line. Let them know, because it's always good to have people be like, damn, that shit hit me right here in the heart. Anyway, yeah, that being said, we're gonna move on to round one. Someone told me give it a 10. Oh, I am a 10. Yay. Anyway, moving on to round one. So So I'm gonna do birthing. If y'all noticed, I was doing birthing metaphors. So in transition, crowning, and being born. So yeah, those were like the last three stages, like when the infant is being born. So anyway, in transition, we have Nicole Tracy. Crowning is Angelica, but being born on this stage right now. Everybody, please put your hands together for the first poet of the first round, Jose.
Woo!
Jose.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Okay, here it goes. The foreigners called her witch, the locals healer, and I, abuelita. You see, my grandmother was feared by some, loved by many, and mostly misunderstood by me. Unlike her neatly wrapped rebozo, my brain was a stranger to logic. How was it that her greeting felt warmer than the shiny sky? How was it that her scolds felt like life lessons from long ago? And why? Why did the townspeople from La Plaza to El Cerro, La Cuevita to Jeroche, and from the nearby campos come to visit her? And more specifically, why were her grandkids barred from entering her room as if we lacked the key to a secret chamber? Eventually, like the sculptor chiseling out his art, her image appeared clearer in my eyes. I began to notice the kids, whose parents had brought them to her house. They came in like the lifeless marionettes sold at our annual fair. I began to notice the women who came to her house after hope had fluttered their home. They came in with the same emptiness in the eyes like the fancy American dolls from the north. I began to notice the men stumbling to the tune of their woes through the door and into her house. They came in ready to unmask the macho, ready to reveal the wounds they were hiding. I also began to notice as all these people walked away as cheery as my uncles after winning the soccer championship. It wasn't until I saw her in that same state as the people walking through her door that I understood her gift. That day, my parents unlocked the forbidden chamber into her bedroom. I walked in cautiously to discover that this place felt unlike any other in her mansion. I walked in cautiously, but even with all the healing power in this room, from the eggs para la limpia, el laurel for the spirits, los rosarios to summon the Holy Spirit, and the mortar and pestle for the ancestors, even with all of that, I was not prepared to witness the decaying warrior on the bed, the shrinking giant who taught me to get up stronger after every fall, the waning titan who showed me how to craft powerful armor for my scary thoughts, the now powerless commander who I swore could lift spirits from their graves and not just on Dia de los Muertos. It was on that day that I fought the foreigners for coming into our house and demanding that she be put to rest. It was on that day that I screamed louder than the churchgoers demanding an exorcism of her temple. It was on that day that I reminded them that their church leader bloviates every Sunday and still nothing happens. It was on that day that the town's protective dome crumbled with the shut of her eyelids. But it was also that day that I finally understood her legacy. Thank you.
Gang, 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 gang. Everybody, please give it up for Jose. Give it up for the word of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you fucking start off a round. Everybody, please give it up for the poet. I'm trying to be as neutral as possible. I'm going to be encouraging all the poets that are up here, but that means if I'm going to be neutral and I consider myself the loudest person in the room, that means y'all got to be extra loud for each other. Y'all got to be extra loud in the comment section and whatnot. So yeah, I'm going to read the score for the sacrificial poet. Tino got a 28.4. Fuck that score or root for that score. I don't give a shit, but show some mad love for the poet, not the points. I know that, we're here because like the points make it a competition and, but like we're honestly here for community. We're here to support each other and, have a good time and embrace the poetry. So judges, feel free to send your score now to our scorekeeper. Our scorekeeper will figure all the math out. And remember, everybody, you are getting a free 10 tonight because we don't have a fifth judge, and that's fine because we're gonna drop the high score anyway. Yeah, let's move forward with the night. I can't. You're right. I can't be neutral if I love every poet here tonight, and that goes for all the poets who I don't know. Reading back some of the comments that we got in here. Jose did manage to use the word of the day. Christina said go in poet. And then yeah, there was the implementation of the Spanish and the poetry. Like shout out to poets who like implement a different language in English. Like like so much of slam poetry is like because of the nature of how it grew is rooted in like English a lot. And it's so great to see sometimes like poets from a different experience, also maybe from the same diaspora, explore what language means and even sometimes introduce a new one into it. Which is what we do all the time. Anyway, with poetry, which is great. Like, we're doing this all together on the stage. And yeah, we need to give more poets different, with another language other than English, like more presence on these stages. Anyway, that being said, I'm ranting. In transition, we have Christina Olage. Crowning is Nicole Tracy. Everybody, please put your hands together for the next poet on the mic. Angelica.
Yeah.
Woo! Woo!
Can you hear me?
We got you.
Yes.
Yeah, we got you. Good.
This poem's called American Genocide. Remember the first time you called me a feminist? As if it was an insult, a huge insult. You said my thoughts weren't clear. Dallas cops and blacks were killed for disturbing the pier. Still frames exposed the damages. A Tatiana Jefferson and Philando Castile and Botham Jean held video games and ice cream handcuffs as bandages, falsely labeled as dangerous savages. Those slaves promoting the need to destroy discrimination against African kings, lynched by the pistol of white police politics. Blue brutality over maroon morality. What a nation birthed from free labor. 6 shots to die a dream. 4 shots to lie a seam. Cotton fields to sugar plantations to made and overseas, the unworthy. But when I find a voice, no one will listen. But when I pull all the weeds, I'll be deported away. From the land of the free, back to the beginning of a democratic tyranny, America, the land of the stolen and found. And what happened to Joshua Brown? This is genocide. It's not time to cry. It's time to rise for what's right. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Everybody, please show some mad love for Angelica Allen one more time. Gang, 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 gang. Woo! This is why I love spoken word so much. A lot of it is a platform to talk about the things that are currently going on. So thank you again, everybody. Show some mad love for the poet. Damn, everybody. For Jose, we got a 27.2. Because it's not a perfect 30s, but whatever the fuck. Like I don't give a shit. That being said, someone said true during Angelica's poem. Another poet said such a powerful poem, and yeah, someone said word, 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 word. Yeah, words of encouragement. I love it. So, and if y'all want to keep encouraging these poets, keep shouting out those comments on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. I'm pretty sure that's where the Periscope is. Yeah, Periscope is on Twitter. You're right. Yeah, that being said, judges, send your scores to Colin. I have to remind the judges all the time to send the scores, because I'll forget sometimes not to send scores, and I'll be judging every now and then. Anyway, let's see. In transition is a brief cat intermission. And then being born, crowning is Christina Olage, but being born on this stage right now. Everybody, please put your hands together for Nicole Tracy.
Woo!
Yeah! Woo!
Woo.
New shit.
Oh, shit.
No shit.
Unsolicited advice on how to tell your partner you have been through hell. You can't forget to breathe. Exhaling is a part of breathing. You are allowed to stay or leave based on their reactions. If they ask if they can hold your hand, stay. If they hand you tissues as you cry, stay. Know that this is the kind of love you deserve but didn't get from someone else. If they bloviate a long, sympathy-filled apology, look at you with pity, and you shrink, exhale, don't regret telling them, but leave. If they ask where someone left bruises and they leave new ones, don't marvel at the color your arm changed, exhale and leave them. If they ask what you did to provoke them, do not answer, leave them, exhale. If they are jealous all of your poems or about someone who hurt you, smirk and tell them they are in a poem now. Do not stay for the material, leave them. Be proud of yourself for recognizing signs of an unhealthy relationship. Be proud of yourself for being brave enough to leave. Know that this is not easy, but it is the right decision. Doing what is best for you is not selfish. Do not blame yourself. You should not have known better. No parent gives you a guide on leaving an abusive partner. You learn as you go, you grow, you breathe, you exhale, you move forward. It is okay to have complicated feelings about the past. It's okay to smile about your first date. Remember why you were happy with him for a while. You know it was not all bad, that they are not an all bad person, but there is no excuse for hurting someone they claim to have loved. No number of good dates makes up for the pain you still feel. Some days it will hurt more than other days. Remember, it is not your fault. It never was and it never will be. Inhale, exhale, try to be the best thing for yourself. Write without knowing where it will go, but knowing you will feel better at the end of it. Inhale, exhale. Remember, you are safe in your writing. You are safe here now.
Woo! All right, yeah. Give it up for the poem one more time. Nicole Tracy, everybody. Oh my God. Floored. I swear sometimes it's hard for me to be neutral here, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Judges, this is your time of the show where you send your scores to the poets. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, but I will read the comments. Bloviate, the word of the day was used. The word of the day was used. Yeah, there it is. Someone said, oh, smirk, tell them they're in a poem now. Yes, I love that empowerment. And be like, you're in a poem now, bitch. Let's see. Someone wrote, beautiful, you're safe in your writing now. Yes, hashtag relatable content. Yeah, so thank you so much, poet, for, you know, being here, vulnerable with us and everything. For all the poets who are vulnerable and who share their experiences with us for the poetry. I know a lot of it, like, you know, is trauma, but I think it's really beautiful when poets find that space to, like, you know, really, like, yeah, how that trauma been separated and turn that into something, like, you know, where it's healing and growing and all that good stuff and everything. And if you want a space to, like, also have, like, you know, to heal and grow and do some more writing, do I have a space for you? Shameless plug. We have a workshop every Wednesday before the show starts at 7 p.m. Usually hosted by our teacher. Our teacher unfortunately got their dates mixed up tonight, so they won't be here with us tonight. Unfortunately, we'll reschedule and have them features sometime down in the future. Complete mix up of dates. I don't know. It happens to us, you know. We'll see a date and be like, okay, cool. That looks like, you know, what's on a Sunday. Instead, and then just completely mess up.
Time does not exist under quarantine.
Time doesn't exist under quarantine. Like, fuck, and like, here's the thing. I used to say this a lot. Fuck linear time. But like, literally, quarantine has put that thing into a different perspective, since like all my days just blend into a week blends into a year blends into, I'm still in 2020. I hate this so much. But here we are, and I hope you're all having a good time. So in transition, we have our next round. Crowning is just a small cat intermission. Nicole, are you still down to show your cat to the interwebs?
Yes, I am. I'm bribing her to come sit next to me now.
I love it. Okay, and crowning is a small cat intermission, and then being born. Okay, we got a score for the previous poet. I think I got a 27.1. So the scores show some more mad love for the poet. Cool. And then yeah, so being born on this stage right now, everybody please put your hands together for our final poet of the first round, Christina Olage.
Woo! Woo!
Gang, 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 gang.
La Luna's letters, number 1, Dear Humanity. I've seen slices of their truth at the cost of them seeing mine. I bring out their depth. There is no darkness in them worth my fear. How I love the dark when I can shine as a beacon, enchanting the hardest of hearts. What I fear is how much I want to be that light. I'm afraid of how I draw in their water and blood, shed for me like a gift. Even when I hate them, I love them, and they frustrate me, creating chaos beneath me. Then call me the dramatic one. I watch them scrape 2 sticks together, trying to make fire until they snap, or worse, till it works. They do not make offerings to me anymore. I reveal myself every time, ease my own pain every time. You think it's easy loving my own demons every time? And what do I get in return? More tears, more heartaches, frustrations, no gratitude for the power I hold and give away, reflecting all this light for them. They'd rather worship the way I kiss the very skin they walk in. I can't even blame them. I hardly pull my own eyes away from their rippling pools of brokenness, the miraculous mess of it all, a mirror to my own. And so what does that make me? I love you to the moon and back, I hear them say. No me digas nada. Who said I was so far in the first place? The closest thing in the damn galaxy, you hold me at this distance. Perfect far away images to look at. It's our own creation, this magnetism. We want to dance around as we please, never leave each other's sight. Any closer we would collide, shatter everything. I don't want to destroy you, bloviate or cry your tears. I pray we never belong to each other. Let me go. Let me worship myself.
Wow,
Everybody
yes.
show some maximum love to the poet, Christina Olage, one more time. Show some hearts, clap, snap, do the booty clap too if you need to. I don't care. Yeah. Judges, this is the time of the night where I'm asking you to send your scores. Don't worry, I'm only asking you 4 more times. Trust me, I love you too for being here tonight and also like being a part of this. I'm gonna please show some love to the judges for round 1. This wouldn't be possible unless we had the judges be judgy and be like selective and be like, okay, yeah, you know, trust me, none of these judges really want to be here and give you a bad score. Like, you know, if they do, then they probably just, you know, hate people. But like, you know, like I do want people to know, like, you know, like these judges care, like, you know, and that's, or they might, you know, I'm not gonna speak for all of them, but like that these scores are not reflective of your poetry. Needs to be said out there. It's, at the end of the day, it's just art. It's a competition. That means nothing. If you can still hoop on the court, then you're still having fun, all right? Anyway, that being said, I'm gonna read some of the comments that we got back. Oh, Nicole Tracy got a 29 even for their last poet. Boo the score, appraise the score, but love the poet regardless of what the score is. And some of the comments that we got for Christina is, I love this so much. Someone said, and they call me the dramatic one. Oof, Zeman's line. I feel this shit so much. You're right. Miraculous mess of it all. I just really love this line. Yeah. And then no me digas nada. Yes, getting some more Spanglish thrown into the mix of the whole poetry. And then the word of the day was used again, bloviate. I love it when poets use the word of the day. Like they'll just because I can never write to the challenge, like, you know, using the word of the day in a poem, and like, but everyone can make it, and that's beautiful. That's amazing. Everybody, please show some mad love to all these poets. We'll be right back with a round 2 after. Oh, and the last poet, Christina, got a 28.7. We'll be right back with y'all in like a cool 2-3 minutes. We're gonna have a brief cat intermission, and we're going to go into round 2. Everybody. So Nicole, where is this cat?
Spotlight me and you'll see this cat. She is going to be so happy. She's getting so many treats because it's the only way I can get her to stay over here.
Can she play a keyboard?
She cannot. Sometimes she plays fetch.
I wish I had a cat that played fetch.
I'm also teaching her to sit for treats. She does it sometimes. Also, shout out to the local shelter that we got her from, Second Chance Western New York. They partner with the local PetSmarts and a couple of cat cafes, and you can meet the cat and like interact with the cat and see how they do with other
Like, give me
cats.
them damn snacks.
Oh yeah, we left for like an hour to go grocery shopping, and she ripped open a treat bag so bad. I was like, if this were a person, their guts would be on the floor. You can follow her on Instagram at Adeline9Lives.
You're such a millennial. You have a catstagram?
I'm a gay millennial. Of course I have a catstagram. Okay, here you go. Folks in the Zoom, should Adeline get some catnip tonight too?
Oh my God. Oh my God. If you give Adeline catnip, I'll do an edible.
Here, eat those treats. I have to find her catnip. No, please don't come in here.
Bet she could find it.
Oh yeah.
Where you got the drugs, Mom?
Eat the treats. Here, Adeline.
She was like, fuck you, you put the drugs away.
Yep. I can't find your catnip. We hid it from you. It's also dinner time. So she's like, bitch, it's dinner time. I'm tired of treats.
Isn't it like midnight?
Yes, we feed her right before we go to bed. Otherwise, she wakes us up at 5 o'clock in the morning going, bitch, I'm hungry. Ow.
She bite you?
Yeah.
Like, call me a bitch again.
Thumb instead of the treat.
And did she bite your thumb instead of the tree on accident, or was she saying don't talk about me like that on the internet?
Probably both. Hey. Also, Adeline's been on like 6 Zoom calls today, so she's like, I am sick of you showing me off to your friends from around the world. Leave me alone and let me be in peace.
Alrighty. Colin said, drug that cat.
Yeah,
give the cat its drugs. Travis said, give that cat its drugs.
Yeah. Also, Facebook might take us down for that.
Why?
What?
For drugging cats on live. Oh, that is far too many treats at once. I'm sorry. I'm a bad mom.
If they can drug cats on Hate Street, they can drug cats online. You'll be fine. Oh, no, I've seen that. I'm about to see that documentary, Don't Fuck with Cats. So, you know, maybe not fucking with cats online. Because I heard they do some wild shit to find that dude. Like, and only a cat lady has time for that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not mad at what she did. I'm just like, some of the things that I heard, like finding the type of paint that's on the wall, I don't have time for that. I work a full-time job.
All right, folks, we want to get started with the show soon again.
Yeah, I was like, I think Adeline is done being bribed with treats.
I was gonna say, yeah, like the cat looks like I'm done being someone's spectacle for a day. I'm no longer trying to be objectified for the views, for the likes. Oh, I'm sorry, Adeline. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Adeline. And everybody, welcome back to round 2. Tonight we were supposed to have a feature, but the feature got their dates all mixed up and everything. It happened because like I established earlier, linear time is a joke, and so is this quarantine, and so is being human. But that being said, so is this country. A bunch of things are a joke. My existence, not my love life. My love life is probably one of the best things that have happened to me. But a bunch of things in this reality are a joke, like a black hole. What is that? Like, anyway, but moving forward, on my hand here, I have a picture of the poet who is going to be eliminated this round. The poet who who I do not call. Let's pack the bags, go back to the home, and go home. Sorry, I'm trying to do a Tyra Banks thing here. It's not working because we're all home and we're all tired and depressed. But I will watch a marathon of America's Next Top Model after this whole thing is over. So we'll see what's up. Anyway, that being said, all the poets who slammed in round one will be going again this round, but this time in reverse order of appearance. So in this order, I will be sharing the list of the poets. So going up first is going to be, in this order, it's Christina Olage, Nicole Tracy, Angelica Allen, and Jose. So yeah, give it up for the poets, show some mad love, some snaps, some claps. Yeah, because it's round two, and this is the money round. This is the round where we assign poets the money. So like for top three poets, if you win, you know, you get the money. Fourth place, I'm sorry. But you did your best and come back here next week if you like. Anyway, we ready to start the show? Ready for round two? We don't have a sacrifice for this round, do we, Reggie?
I thought I was sacrificing.
You are? Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. In transition, we have Nicole Tracy crowning as Christina Olage. Everybody, please put your hands together for our sacrifice for the second round. Everybody, Reggie.
Woo! Yeah.
Nice. Woo.
Hello, I said the host was spotlighting my video, but I am the host spotlighting my video. Also, fuck time, so. There is a ghost town in the south of Richmond where the houses lined themselves up like tombstones, emptied themselves of flesh, of bone, of blood spilt on the concrete out front of the corner market where they shot that man just for being Black. So this open mouth was an invitation for violence, like he should have closed his lips if he wasn't ready to swallow bullets, and that's why everybody got a deadbolt here. Don't know what might try to kill you when you leave the door wide open, how your spirit might escape your body tonight if you don't keep it locked away. Black ghost locked away in a Black body, and don't call it a prison. Call it home. Call it safety. Up the street from my house, there is a liquor store. Down the street, another liquor store. Left, right, and center, there is a liquor store, and the whole hood drowns in addiction. Says if they can't kill us, then we'll kill ourselves. My block becomes a graveyard of bottles, of crack pipes, of needles. I keep shards of broken glass like obituaries for every friend I have lost to these streets. Take their sharp edges to my skin. I crawl out from my own veins, and the concrete swallows me like it is thirsty just for my blood. I pour a piece of me out on 36th, 29th, 23rd Streets, one drop for the homies and the rest for me. Not even I am safe from death in my hood. I just die a little differently than most. Like the other day in the park where I carved my name into the tree I was sitting under and closed my eyes. I was so still, you wouldn't have believed I was alive at all. The leaves, just another headstone overlooking the blackest bones. My body is a constant prison riot. There are days where I want to die just because I am watching my neighborhood wither away too. There are days where I keep my door unlocked as an invitation to death. Look how easy it would be to take me. Sneak up in the dead of night and no one would know I am gone until the morning when I die. Bury me in Kennedy Park under the tallest pine tree. My epitaph is already tattooed into the trunk. A Black ghost frees itself from a Black body, and we don't call it a jailbreak. We don't call it anything at all. That's just how the hood is around here. Niggas live and die by these streets in the same breath, and not even their ghosts are left behind to fill the empty space.
Woo!
Everybody show some mad love for the poets, snaps, and claps. Go off in the comment section. Go off on Instagram. Go off on Twitter. I don't know where you are on the interwebs, but go off. Please do. Let's see. Let me read some of the comment section. Someone said, I literally love every poem this poet does. And someone said, same. They're the GOAT, GOATK all time. Amazing as always. Love it, love it, love it. No words, just amazing. Y'all are such a supportive crowd. I love y'all so much for being here on a regular Wednesday night. I hope your lungs are full of clean air and your body is full of clean water. That's all I can ask for right now. small things in life that count. And the precious things in life that count, honestly. Anyway, we're gonna move forward with our second round. Judges, send your score over to our scorekeeper, Colin, and we will keep the ball going. In transition, we have Angelica. Crowning is Nicole Tracy's being born on this stage right now. Everybody, please put your hands together for Christina Olage.
Woo!
Adorn thyself, for thy body is a holy vessel. Your righteous anger shining like minerals formed in the compression beneath tons of ancient slabs. You are the crystalline product, perfection. All anxious acne, all tambourine chin, all sunken eye sockets of an artist, wavy baby hairs bleaching in the sun, jiggly pale chicken legs swanging. You open-eyed empath with too much of that comfortable melancholy, those 90s slow jam, scraggly baby dyke daydream shoulders. Adorn thyself with a blinding light, gold chains of forgiveness for everyone that denied the child in you, a child that already forgives you, a child that sees you and says you are the shit and cusses in front of everyone at recess in some baby blue board shorts and matching tank top, because they too are the shit. The minds of mere men know not what to do when they see you, rebuking performative poltergeist masculinity, old ghosts like mountains, violent fire breaching the surface by self-ignition, collision, a ritual I know too. Ha! Flow and cool, harden thyself, detach your glacier-cut concave heart. We are both of the same clay in the dawn of our creation. Don't come from me just because you are still open wound and refuse to heal. Don't call me sensitive. I don't accept injection of Novocaine words. No one deserves my energy but my own damn spirit. Let fire make room for wildflowers in your meadow. Form newfound boundaries once you are unbound. Just wait and see what grows. Adorn thyself in love, the kind that takes however long is needed to walk with you up that incline, reaches the top with you, releasing heat from every epidermal cell tethered to this plane only by a single inhale, exhale, oxygen still too slow to catch up to the velocity of blood in your veins, recovers with you, drunk off brain alchemy, in praise of the divine, baptized in her water. Only then will thy heavenly body say, Amen.
Everybody, please give it up for Christina Olage one more time. Judges, this is your time of the night where you send your scores over to Colin. I'm just reading myself until we get all the scores in. Let's see. Some of the comment sections that we have for Christina is a tambourine chin, great imagery. Cousins of everyone at recess. Wow, love that. Come through writing. Don't come from me just because you're still an open wound. Wow, what a line. We love that poem. We love this so much. Yeah, this is a great go. Thank you so much for your support and for telling these poets how much you really love what you're hearing tonight. Do we have a score for the previous poet? I must have gotten buried. Yes, you did? Did you? Who got, Colin, who got the 28.7? No, that was before we went on.
Last round.
Okay, cool. That's from last round. Okay, cool. Judges, please make sure to send your scores over to the judge. I won't be announcing the scores for who you got this round or everything. I'll just announce everything at the end of the round because it's more exciting like that. Ooh, everyone's on their toes, anticipation. Anyway, so crowning, in transition, there it is right now, is Jose. Crowning is Angelica being born on this virtual stage. And everybody, please put your hands together for Nicole Tracy. Gang, 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 gang.
The rape apologist says to the survivor, he's not blaming me, just Red Solo Cup for being so irresistible, the game for being so much fun, my hand for being the perfect fit for the cup, my mouth for wanting to drink, my blood for having such a high alcohol content. My voice for saying how much I love the taste of my own drink. My words, even though they didn't tell you the best way to try my drink was to kiss me, but you for kissing me anyway. He's not blaming me, but asks what I was wearing in the same breath. He's not blaming me, just the clothes I was wearing, how I wear them, because my confidence is just so attractive. He's not blaming me. He's just blaming me for loving myself and dressing how I want. He's not saying it was my fault, but tells me I was foolish for thinking my own bedroom would be safe. Blames me for feeling comfortable. Blames me for mistaking comfort and safety. He says it's not my fault, but says there is nothing sexier than a girl who is comfortable, as if comfortable means I've let my guard down. The rape apologist asks me his name, as if the name of my rapist absolves him of all guilt. Asks me, I'm sure, as if I don't know my own body. I tell him my body knows what it feels like to not belong to itself. My body knows better than him. My body knows better than him, despite his attempt to make me believe something else. The rape apologist blames everything and everyone except the rapist, but says he doesn't blame me. Says not all men, but asks why more rapists aren't convicted, but doesn't ask why his behavior enables them to walk free. Doesn't ask how he could represent something of a larger problem. The rape apologist is right, though. Not all men are nice guys. Not all men will walk me home without ulterior motives. Not all rapists will be convicted. Not all rapists will even see the inside of a courtroom. The rape apologist says he doesn't blame me, just everything about me. Says it's not my fault, but he wants to say it is.
Y'all caught me mid-break. Everyone, please put your hands together for the poet, published Nicole Tracy.
Yes.
Judges, send
Okay,
your scores
host, I
over to
see
the
you.
poet.
Are those box braids?
No, I can't pull those off. I don't have that kind of hair for that. And that, white people, is how you say no to black hairstyles. Sorry, the more you know. Anyway, Christina Olage got a 27.5, but you know, fuck the scores with consent and give it up for the poet instead. Awesome. Some of the comments that we got for the last poet is deep and powerful. The line about how his behavior enables them, yeah, I should hit home. And then, that last line too as well. Everybody, keep showing some mad love to the poets and the poetry tonight. We're almost done with the second round. We're halfway through. In transition is announcing the winners of said slam and awarding the money, the cash, the moolah. Crowning is Jose. Being born on this stage right now is our penultimate poet of the night. Everyone, please put your hands together for Angelica.
Gang, 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 gang.
This poem is called Jackie Robinson. The whistle blew, warning the mountains of the day its people's eyes would turn to fountains. Never again would they laugh, cursed of mime's mask. The hair in ocean, the spirit of sea, listen to the cracking whip of a broken family. Women beaten, men shaken, children lost, land raped. The dance, the great hyena of hate, the drum, the great wolf of wisdom, the song, the buried martyrdom. Eyes of the great hyena behold iniquity. Behind the laugh lies the dark greed. Cackles won't outshine howls forever. One last rooster die, remember drum as treasure. You cannot erase history with blank subsidies. My home shouted, rescue me! My wife evicted in misery. I ran to protect integrity. No, I will not accept the apology of an untaxed life of poverty. I am angry. The first oppressed read, our bowels, their bed, their graves, our lead. Eat, bird, spill, wine, dance, honest living. Happy Thanksgiving. Beware of walking sticks who worship moss. King claim he came in peace, we bear the cross. Crooked thieves stole dignity, sewn clothes and tainted humility. Put child in dress, so he can't play. Cut chief mane, since it can't tame. In the war of the coward, our arrow lost against loud powder. We need another great machine. We agreed under the magic of whiskey. Our throats burned shades of colorful disease. The plan of mass corruption was achieved. Now hyenas walk on twos up and tall. One day strong wind blow, Moss Bridge will fall. Thank you.
Woo, woo, woo.
Woo! Show some mad love for the poet
Nice.
and not, actually there are no scores there. Judges, send the scores and everybody show some more mad love for the poet. I'm getting some rings in the comments. You cannot erase history with the blank subsidies, the writing, the imagery, the message. Oh, yes, all of that, the vision. Come on, rhyming. We have no choice but to stand. Cackles will outshine house forever. I love this whole song. Yeah, everything about this is amazing. And yeah, thank y'all so much for being encouraging and everything. I would have read the scores back to y'all for the previous poll, but we're having this technical difficulties right now, so we're gonna figure that out and see what those scores are in just a bit. But before we leave, y'all, I'm gonna buy some time and do some shameless plugs again. So every Monday at Santa Cruz, we have this. There is an amazing open mic called the Santa Cruz Word Church. It takes place over on IG Live at the Legendary Collective. So any of y'all ever want to looking for a pick me up on a Monday and you want to see some amazing poetry, go to the Legendary Collective on Instagram and go follow them. They have an open mic every Monday at 6. Signups go out at 5. Usually you have a pretty cool feature. Someone who read last week on this mic was a feature last week or this week. Dog Days Are Over, Hector. And also you can probably catch some more poetry there of one of the poets who read tonight, Christina Olage, who is a frequenter at Word Church, and as was I too before I came and moved to Berkeley, or to Oakland to do the Berkeley thing. Gang. Yeah, we also have the Oakland Poetry Slam, which takes place every third Tuesday of the month, I believe. September 20th is the date of the next month when the show will be taking place. Don't quote me. Check your calendar and see which third Thursday it is, and then get back to me. But I'm 95% sure it's the 20th. Yeah. Also another slam. Also another chance for people to sign up and make some money. Put their hearts out on their sleeves so that the judges can just crush it with their numbers, and maybe get $50 out of it. Yeah. And then what else is there? Then there's the Rich Oak Alchemy open mic, which takes place every first and third Saturday of the month, and at 8:30 on Instagram at Rich Oak Alchemy. Go follow us there. Go sign up like a few days before the show, and then we'll have a crack-lacking.
Isn't our next show Saturday?
No.
Saturday's the 29th.
Saturday's the 29th.
Shit, I was looking at the wrong one.
So it should be next Saturday. I think the day is the 5th. I think September 5th should be our next show. Wait, no, because the 2nd is a Wednesday. The 3rd is a Tuesday. The 3rd is a Thursday. Yeah, the 5th of September. Thank you, Reggie. The 5th of September is going to be our next show. So go over at Rich Oak Alchemy on Instagram. Follow us there. Tune in when we go live and everything. We try to have such a lit show and everything. It's always a good time because it's us. So yeah, if y'all having a good time, thank y'all for being here. I don't think I have anything else to plug. We're gonna move on to our final poet of the night. Everybody, please put your hands together for this last poet, Jose.
Woo! Woo!
Hello, can y'all hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
This might be a poem, but read it as an FU to Forever 21. This is for Freddy Tovar, Francisco Leon, and Ignacio Martinez. All three were fired from their jobs, not because they lacked the skills or failed to show up on time, but because they dared to speak Spanish on the job. The gringa HR lady felt compelled to use the bleach of her privilege to whiten her staff. She accepted their brown skin with enough ink to check the diversity box, but their words? Well, those were just too scary. She believed the sound produced from their throats to be a demonic prayer, conjuring up her worst nightmares. Her sidekick, a colonized manager, also wanted to conquer their identity, claimed shame and distance from his own skin. He felt like the pink end of a number 2 pencil, ready to erase their brownness, agreeing with the HR lady that they were a mistake. But I wonder if his mother would have agreed. She likely shared the same immigrant story. Perhaps she knew what it's like to seek the warmth of one's native tongue, to greet our compas in a language that produces memories of the motherland that now rests hundreds of miles of where we breathe. So forever 21, and really anyone who's ever criticized me or anybody else for not speaking English, screw you. You see, there are countless Freddys, Franciscos, and Ignacios. My own father hides his intelligence behind a tongue that refuses to shed the accent of his origin. His broken English has often turned him into the invisible man in the room. But perhaps that's been his strategy, to lay low, to work hard, to get it done. But the best thing he ever taught me was to use the voice of every ancestor in the room to summon them. Y decirles que pues ni modo. No me voy a disculpar si los dejo sin saber lo que estoy diciendo. Esto no es para ustedes. Esto es para nosotros, los que hablamos un idioma en un país que se dedica a regresarnos cuando saben que somos de aquí, que nuestras raíces están plantadas en este pueblo. Así es de que es tiempo de ponernos las pilas y salir adelante. Because look, we're not asking for your privilege, but give us an even playing field and watch us run the play.
Everybody give it up for the poet.
Yeah.
Give it up for the poet. Give it up for the poet. 'Cause that was the last poet of the evening. Give all the mad love to all the poets for the evening. Woo. Yeah, y'all just made it through a poetry slam. Isn't that amazing, y'all? Another poetry slam every Wednesday. That's so good. Let me read some of the comment section as we work on the scores for the rest of the poets. It said, yeah, fuck Forever 21. Yeah, someone said, I already love it based off the first line. That's a terrible age to be anyway. The bleach of her privilege. And someone said, seriously, fuck Forever 21 shook and I love it. Summon that shit, yes. And one of our judges said, because like, you know, it had to be like, you know, judgy, had shared with us tonight, just recently, that they loved every poet tonight, all are outstanding. And I hope everyone here at home or in the comment section loves, like, you know, if you love these poets, let them know right now, like, hey, like, y'all are amazing. Because we need this encouragement, like, you know, we are, as much as we are like some badasses for like, you know, like wading through all our trauma to put it on a piece of paper, we need that affirmation too. We need to be told, hey, you know, you're an amazing person and you're lovely and we love you and we love the fact that you wrote that. So yeah, thank y'all so much for being here, for honoring all these poets, for, you know, just having the time, and judges for, you know, taking the time out of your evening to sit here and listen to people and tell their stories and like, you know, be vulnerable with us too. This would not happen without y'all. My best friend Colin is working on the scores. Maxine, judges, please send your scores. I already said the name, so you know who you are. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put anyone on blast. I try to be as neutral as possible. Be like, yo, judges, just please, you get it on time. And not put anybody on blast, but I just read the name. I was like, oh crap, I feel so bad. I don't want to put you on blast. But yeah. Thank y'all for sharing the space, for being here. If you're at home and you want to support these poets, I don't know, find them, DM them, send them some money. I don't know. If y'all had your cash tags on your thing, on your name handle, no, but next time. I'm sorry. I'm everywhere tonight. But yeah, if you guys ever come back and read, make sure to leave your guys' like cash app or Venmo handle on your name and everything. And then if someone wants to support you, then they know the best way to do that. But we are still waiting on the final scores for poets. Last I checked, I'm pretty sure it was a very, very close game. And I say game because it's a game. Like, folks, like, I want to let everybody know, like, all of y'all are phenomenal people and phenomenal poets. And that's the level of like just the writing and the honesty and the amount of like storytelling that happened tonight. I think all of y'all should be completely like proud of yourselves for the work that's being done here. And I feel like I'm ranting. Is there anything I should plug that I'm forgetting?
How can we support y'all?
Once again, we do have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/richbookevents. And if you like support us, support yourself, because we have like, our anytime you donate to us via like, like Patreon, our things are tax deductible because we're a 501c3 nonprofit. So you will get some of that money back next time you fill in your taxes the next year. But yeah, and anytime you do that, like you sign up and everything, we have different tiers. You have $2 tier up to $100 tier. And any one of those tiers will support any of like our branches of like our show. We have like, this live stream component that happens through Bay Poets Unite. And we try to make sure like, folks like, get paid, for our features, for being here. We also have like 3 different shows we're running. Like, I talked about all the shows that that I plugged. We either run those shows or we help, or we occasionally will host those shows too, or everything. But so yeah. So if you want to support us and see the work that we're doing here, please go help us at patreon.com/events. Even if it's just a one-time donation, that's fine. That's okay. It helps us keep the lights on, helps us be proactive in budget planning and just doing the best that we can with this work. But enough about me and my ranting and my beautiful face. You guys are here to see who won money. So that being said, I'm going to read the poets. Everybody please drum roll. And once again, poets, y'all did an amazing job. So in third place with a point of 55.7, give it up for Angelica Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any words of wisdom?
Thank you. I had a lot of fun, and I just wanted to say the poems that I read from, you can get them on Amazon.com. Just type in Angelica G. Allen. Thank you. I had a blast.
Ooh, yeah. Thank you so much, poet. Yeah, everybody. That was Angelica G. Allen. Everybody, if you want to support them, you already know. Google them, find those books. And we will be sending you your money shortly. We believe we have your cash app handle, but stick around afterwards so we can, get the payment figured out. Anyway, drum roll again. In second place, give it up for Chris with 56.2. Give it up for Christina Olage.
Cool.
Bang, 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 bang. Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. Protect your energy. I love all y'all.
Period.
Protect your energy. Yes.
And have fun.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. That was Christina Olage. One of the things that I remember, I recently saw on Twitter that really kind of just shook me was remember, are you an hyper empath, or do you not have any healthy boundaries with your emotions, and it's just exert yourself a lot over a lot of people? So yeah, protect your energy, because a lot of us really mean well, but some of us just don't know when too much is too much for us. So yeah, boundaries, protect your energy. I love all of you. This is that is my words up for today. Sesame Street theme. Anyway. But now on for first place. So drum roll one more time. In first place, everyone please give it up for your winner tonight, Nicole Tracy with 57.2. Oh, 57.4, my bad. That was, yeah.
Gang, 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 gang.
Give us those words of wisdom.
Thank you, everyone. I loved everyone that slammed tonight. I hope to see you all again at more slams, workshops, etc. Shout out to slams and workshops. Please keep coming back. Thank you, everyone that hosts this. And if you were thinking about signing up but didn't because you're scared because it's your first time, that was me a year ago. I'm now a regular. Do it. You'll love it. Everyone here is so wonderful and supportive, and I can't get enough of y'all. For proof of that, it's 1 a.m. and I'm so happy to be here.
I love you so much, Nicole. Thank you so much again. Everybody, please give it up for all the poets for tonight who like stepped up, spit their thing. I'm telling you, it was a really close game. It's always really hard getting on here and like realizing that, babe, you want to spotlight me? Reggie?
Such a
Reggie?
Leo, wanting to be the center of attention.
Well, because it's like it's on everybody else, and it's just like we're still in the middle of the show. I don't know if they're on like by the camera. Reggie? I'm not even sure. Oh, there we go. Thank you, babe. I was
Sorry, I think what happened was I went to spotlight you and like the video shifted. So when I clicked spotlight, it spotlighted somebody else. And then I did it again and it shifted again and it spotlighted Christine. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, here we are once again, end of the show. This is the part where I say, I love all of you. Please go home, take care of yourselves, wear a mask, help someone who needs it more than I do. Black Lives Matter, Black Trans Lives Matter. This is some bullshit and we need to get over it. Not over it, but like, you know, find a way to get justice for Black people. Anyway, that being said, if there's nothing else to plug, I think this is the end of the show. Catch us next week when we have another amazing feature. Next week, we're gonna have Gigi Bella rock with us, I think from all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. So it's gonna
You can go ahead and scream because that's like exciting.
Yeah, it's super exciting.
Fuck.
That's Gigi fucking Bella. Hold on, like it's amazing. If y'all don't know who this is, Google them, YouTube them, because if you don't know, you're gonna fucking know. And trust me, you may not be ready for this. Because I know I'm not. Like probably email and I was because I'm not prepared for this at all. Anyway, yeah. And stay tuned for the month of September. We have an amazing lineup of features coming out to you. Let's see, we have Ebony Stewart, we have Akeem Olaj, we have forgetting somebody else. We have an amazing lineup of features, and it's going to be really dope. So yeah, please come through. Oh, and Frequency. How could I forget about Frequency? Yeah, Frequency for next month. Damn, it's going to be such a good show. Lineup of shows. So yeah, stay tuned. You don't want to miss any of these. And yeah, we'll see y'all in September. Wake me up when September ends. All right, babe, just cut the show now. All right, this is Reggie. Have a good night, everyone. Please